Welcome everyone to HueFin, also known as HueFin News. Today is March the 9th, 2021. You guys can see on my price chart that we are going to give you all a price prediction update for Litecoin. Now, before I go into that, if today is your first time watching our video and you all appreciate the content and giving you all a heads up as to where we are anticipating price to go, make sure you hit the like button, share the video, and also subscribe to the channel. We're simply here to ensure that you are able to gauge where we are expecting price to be so that we can capitalize in the market right before anyone else. So let's get started and look at Litecoin. You guys can see it's been a while since we did our last price prediction into the market in Litecoin. Actually, it was on February the 19th of when we did our price prediction. I wanted to speak on and dissect what our expectations were at that particular time versus what has actually occurred into the market in Litecoin. So you can see we wanted the trap to continue to increase the price. At that particular day, on the 19th, the market was still exhibiting strength in this particular coin. Now, obviously, going into that prediction, the market in Litecoin completely dropped in price. And you can see right here on February the 22nd that the market still obeyed overall that ascending line, right? So that kind of told us that the market is still wanting to continue to increase the price in Litecoin. Now, the next day, though, following the 22nd, February the 23rd, the market broke the trend. That was our confirmation that the anticipation of higher price was not going to happen. You guys can see that we closed right there on February 23rd, right there below our ascending line. And just to give us even more credibility to that fact, the market and Litecoin tried to break back up above that ascending line on the 25th, and it fell. So that's why we haven't seen the market in Litecoin continue to go higher in price. He has dropped a lot of breadcrumbs in that particular notion for us to get the understanding that the market is not going to go higher in price. So yeah, we missed this prediction. We did not call the market right on this particular forecast that we did on February the 19th. It was in fact wrong. So you guys can see if we were to get out the market right now, the market is right here at that particular time support area. So we've been down about 14% right there. Now the market was trending well below that area support, so we could have been down as much as 27, almost 30% on the low, 33%. So it wasn't a good call. We called that one incorrectly in sense of Litecoin. So that is over. Lesson learned. Now we need to ensure that we are still in position to capitalize into the market, because the market is always going to move. So now let me zoom out, and I wanted to show you all, because at that particular moment, this was the trend in the market in Litecoin. You guys can see it, that the market here was still following the trend. This was the trend right there. Okay. We broke that. So now we need to utilize this line that is going to benefit us going forward. So we need to take it and use it where it's going to be useful. So now you guys can tell that the overall trend in Litecoin is still in play though. Okay. This is the longer term trend. And I wanted to show you how do we know that? Well, the market has confirmed the trend at least twice. Okay. So we have been bouncing into the market in Litecoin alongside this trend. Excuse me. Right, we've just been jagging up and down. So you would expect us to continue to see that play out until this particular trend breaks. So what we're going to do, that is going to be our trend so far. And every day that we trade above that ascending line lets us know that the market is still intact and that we're going to continue to see higher price movement. Okay. Now, just like we did last time into our prediction, this area right there around $210, maybe $220, is the area of restriction that we need to speak on and pay attention to going forward into the market. Okay. Now I'm looking at this on the 2-day time frame, and the market honestly is still giving us a lot of strength. The market momentum of higher price is still being garnered and it's still being seen. So we need to be looking visually around $210 to $220 for more selling to appear and try to push down the price. Okay. 3-day time frame, again, the market in Litecoin still looks pretty good. I don't see a lot of emphasis into the market in this particular cryptocurrency. So much so the weekly time frame looks pretty good there as well. I mean, we endured some weakness initially starting out this current weekly price bar. Now we can't be too reliant on it right now because we still have 5 days and 13 hours left before this current weekly price bar concludes. But nevertheless, it kind of lets us see how involved the market is in trying to continue to buy up Litecoin. Okay. The monthly time frame. Well, let's look at the 3 weeks time frame real quick. You all can see here that, yeah, we've seen a lot of volume coming to the market in Litecoin the last 3 week price bars. That simply lets us know that we've seen an increase in activity. I mean, a lot more people are entering the market to purchase and sell Litecoin, which is a very good thing to see increase in volume, especially from the trap perspective. He enjoys when he has a bigger pool of market participants who are in the market trying to make profit. So he's having a fantastic time over the last 9 weeks in the market in Litecoin. So now we can see as I zoom out here on the 3 weeks time frame of why I emphasize around that $220 area as being restriction. I mean, we've seen that already back in 2018 in the market in Litecoin. Okay, so what we're going to do on this particular forecast, since we're still seeing the strength in the market in Litecoin, we're going to continue to play it. I mean, because the trap literally is still telling us that he wants to increase the market value of this particular cryptocurrency in Litecoin. Okay, so yeah, let's do that real quick. So now 180, even $170 needs to be maintained as support in order for this prediction to continue to work. Okay, we break 170 to the downside. I mean, we're even close to the ascending line around that particular moment. Then the upward trend in Litecoin is waning. I mean, we're losing that momentum. We're going to see 210 to 220 as that area of restriction. So we would skim off a little bit of profitability in the market in Litecoin right there around $210, which is meager. I mean, it's not a lot, but we understand that we would expect to see market settling go on and push down the price. So that's why we'll come in and skim off a little bit around 210, and then around 220 ultimately is where we're looking for the market to go. It's about 10.5%. Again, this shows how we are not seeing the actual monumental bullishness coming to the market in Litecoin. Okay, so now this is it. This is what we're seeing into the market as of this particular moment in Litecoin. This is our expectation as to where we are expecting the trap to go in terms of price. And now, as with all of our videos, now is your turn. I mean, what do you all see on the price chart in Litecoin? You know, tell everyone in our community if you see something totally different. Are you in agreement with what we're seeing, or do you expect the market in Litecoin to go lower in price? And I'll be the first one to tell you, there's no right or wrong answers. It's just simply how we all interpret what we're seeing on the price chart. And for us, we're trying to give it to you all the simplistic way. Also, in our language, we're not here to try to confuse you with those fractals and parabolics and all that terminology that these technical analysts try to utilize. The market is not supposed to be confusing, and we're here to show you all that. So this is our position. This is what we're looking forward to. Now it's your turn. Tell us, where do you expect the market in Litecoin to go? Make sure you maintain a profitability and trade different.